All right, welcome people. Welcome the Zidane Matthew Show. Like, subscribe, share, get into the channel, and comment on the comment section. I want to know what your thoughts are. All right, so Argentina lost their first World Cup game this morning. You know, I did a video proclaiming that Argentina will win their first World Cup since 1986, and obviously the big talking point, the protagonist, the world superstar in terms of football, Lionel Messi, will be the talking point. No care how well he plays or how badly he plays, he will be the talking point as long as Argentina lose the football game. But you know, we're bigger than that. This is not a comedy thing or a joke thing or a trivial thing. This is real sporting analysis you get here on this station, yeah? So we're going to give you the analysis now of the Argentinian situation. Because the first half was where Argentina should have won the game. Now they have put themselves in that position because you rarely find teams lose games in the World Cup and go on to win the World Cup. Yeah, you can draw a couple of games, you can draw a game and go on to win, but you rarely. So it's a short tournament, 3 group games, and then everything is knockout. So it's tight. So there is not a lot of room for error. And Argentina has lost to the lowest ranked team in the group. So on paper, you expect the games to be tougher. But on paper, Argentina should have won this game easily this morning and they lost. So we're throwing the paper through the window, right? Now, Argentina should have won that game from the first half. I thought the Saudi Arabian team, the tactics was much better from them in the second half because they played the high line and then they pressed and were physical and they were dirty as well and they got up with the Argentinian players' face. So they nullify the ball over the top. Yeah? So in the first half, the line was high. After they conceded the goal, the line was high from the Saudis. But then they were not pressing the ball. So Argentina was knocking the ball about deep in their own half, coming into the midfield easy. And then a couple of those balls went over. Messi was eventually flagged offside. Martinez, that one was very, very close. He was flagged offside. And just an inch different in terms of Martinez's movement, it would have been 2-0 Argentina, and basically the game would have been over. So I don't think Argentina did well enough to capitalize on them playing the high line and not pressing Argentina and forcing Argentina into hurried passes. So I really believe that Argentina lost the trick there. And then they're in that mood where they got the lead and they realized that this team wasn't offering much because the goalkeeper for Argentina never had to make a save in the first half. So while it was only one in Argentina, felt they were comfortable and they were going through the motions and just knocking about and thinking that, yes, eventually we're going to wear them down and we're going to get more goals. Come second half, the energy level of the Saudi Arabian team was just amazing. And as I said, they continued to be very physical, more physical, and they pressed and forced Argentina into errors. And it was like a sea of attack for that passage of play, for that 8 minutes when they got those 2 goals. And they deserve to at least equalize because of how they played in that segment. But that's what the only part of the game where they looked like a team. So Argentina, again, had enough time, had enough of the ball to come back and even get a point from the game. So I think this defeat was more about how the team looked different from they did on this run. The intensity wasn't there. Not a lot of character was shown by the players. Lackluster performance from Argentina. So it was more about what the Argentines didn't do as opposed to what the Saudis did. So yes, there's a holiday tomorrow in Saudi Arabia. There's a public holiday because of this massive victory and all of that. But yes, Argentina, really, it was more about what Argentina did not do as opposed to how great you were. Because yes, again, they showed fight, they showed heart and all of that. And these things can happen when the top team who is expected to win believe that they can just come and be half and half. The reason why you're a top team is because you play at your level. So you beat lower teams. If you come down with your intensity, and it's difficult to just switch it back on. And I think that's why the main reason why Argentina lost the game this morning. Now let's look at the goals now. Let's look at the goals that Argentina, because nobody knows why you're about Saudi Arabia people. Argentina don't really want to hear about. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. So we're going to analyze the goals now. The first goal, Romero, coming off an injury. He should not have started. And I'm sorry I never recorded myself when I had a discussion on one of the radio programs that I host on KLAS that you have to start the 4-man. You have to start the man at Manchester United because he has been fantastic this season. Some people said, no, work with the partnership that has been the main partnership throughout the run of Argentina's unbeaten run. That's what they said. Well, you saw how easily the first goal, the player walked past him. No way that should have happened because the player was never going to go to his right because Ramiro Otamendi was to his right, and that's where his teammate was also at. So he was never going to go right. The space was left, and the area to go towards goal was left. So ideally, that's where the player wanted to go. So Romero should have, if immediately once he was isolated with the young man, to swivel to his right and force him not to go to his left. It's a simple logic, that man. Once the man pushed it past him now, it was a fantastic finish. Second goal now. Attack down the right. The clearance was great. A shot was taken, defender headed it away. When the ball went, I don't understand how the man brought that down so easily and wiggled away past so many Argentina defenders. But a lot of Argentinian players got back now. So it was difficult for that man to squeeze in a low ground at the near post. So the Argentina goalkeeper, it was a brilliant finish, brilliant strike, people. And the Argentina goalkeeper barely got his hand on it. Now, once the player was coming to the right at the edge of the 18-yard box, when he swiveled past the second defender, he was always lining up himself because it was almost impossible for him to hit a grounder to the near post. So he was lining up himself to go to the curler to the far post. Martinez did not move to the left. If he had made once he saw the player coming to the right with the ball on top of the edge of the 18-yard box, if he had moved to his left, made one step to his left, he would have gotten to that ball. That's nitpicking still, but at this level, that's what you do with this sort of teams. You expect a quality team. That's why they are the best team. He's a top goalkeeper. Did well for them in the South American Championship that they won. So overall, it was just disappointing. Now it's hard. It means no room for error against better teams. It's hard. They have to find the intensity, find the passing, quick, snappy passing game, and they execute very well. Execute very well. They have the quality. But guess what? I still think Argentina will advance. I wonder now about my prediction about them winning the World Cup. But because, as I say, you can have a letdown, but the way it was for Argentina, you don't expect a champion to come into a World Cup starting like this. So I'm kind of concerned about my prediction. Argentina is not my team. I just think Messi is the greatest player of all time, and I want him to do well. But I saw it go. But let's see if they overall can show character. This coach has done extremely well. I'm not going to put on a leaks pressure upon him. He could have done some things differently in that first half to ensure that the team paid the price for playing the high line and not pressing. I didn't think they did enough, and he did not do enough to ensure that they paid the price for that. But let's see. So the next time I'm going to do a video, when something, I'm telling you, I'm say it on social media, that the World Cup don't start until 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. The biggest uproar now has happened all across Jamaica after the game this morning. So I'm right. It was quiet before now. Once Messi is involved, Argentina is involved, that's when it all starts. So either way you take it, and now the biggest talking point is happening, whether you like it or not. So I did right, people. Don't you can mock me and gimmicks me. I was right about that the World Cup is indeed starting today. All right, my gone, people. You got to do some work down here at the radio station on the World Cup as well. Remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. I'm out.